Colossians 2:20 begins with a probing question. If you died with Christ from the basic principles of the world, why you subject yourselves to regulations? Paul addresses believers tempted to adopt human-imposed restrictions. Do not touch, do not taste, do not handle. Galatians 4:2-3. 9 calls these weak and beggarly elements. They represent systems of religion rooted in outward control rather than inward transformation. To die with Christ means liberation from both ceremonial bondage and man-made asceticism. The believer's identity is no longer defined by external prohibitions, but by union with the risen Lord. Temporary systems versus eternal truth. Colossians 2:20 clarifies that these regulations concern things destined to perish with use. They are temporary, earthly, and human in origin. When Christ died, the veil of the temple was torn into Matt 27-51, signaling the end of the ceremonial order. Daniel 9:27 foretold that sacrifice and offering would cease at Messiah's death. The ceremonial system, once divinely instituted, had a prophetic purpose. But man-made additions and rigid traditions distorted its intent. Jesus condemns such distortions in Mark 7:7-13, declaring that human tradition can nullify the commandments of God. Prophetically, this pattern repeats whenever human authority supersedes divine revelation. Spiritual decline follows. The appearance of wisdom. Colossians 2:23 warns that these regulations have an appearance of wisdom in self-imposed religion, false humility, and neglect of the body. Asceticism appears spiritual, strictness appears holy, but external severity cannot purify the heart. True sanctification is the work of Christ within not humanly constructed restrictions. The danger is subtle. Religion that seems disciplined yet lacks divine authority. The cross, as the divider. Christ's death fulfilled prophecy and terminated the ceremonial system as authority. Dan 9:27. With the veil torn, access to God was opened directly through Christ. To return to man-made systems after the cross is to deny its sufficiency. Peter reminds us in 2 Peter 3:13 that believers look toward a new heaven and new earth, an eternal reality, not temporary earthly regulations. Faith must rise above perishing ordinances and cling to everlasting principles. Spirit of Prophecy in Sightland G. White writes, "The inventions of men are not only not necessary, but they are a hindrance.